Now, uh, the next word. So the word one is protists. 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 That's the pronunciation. It is nothing but single-celled organism, unicellular organism. Example: amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium, wallworms. So I have given you 4 examples. Now I am moving to the next word, monerans. This is a new word to you because we have not used in the previous classes. Monerans are nothing but prokaryotes. Prokaryotes. Maybe you might have listened these words in your previous classes. Prokaryotes. I'm going to give you a beautiful split up of word into understand the meaning of the word. Pro, you all know, first. Pro means first. Karyo means nucleus, wherever in biology. Either it is zoology or botany or entire biological science, wherever the word karyo comes, it denotes nucleus of the cell. So what is karyo? Nucleus. Prokaryote, very first formed nucleus. So very first formed may not be complete. So here in these organisms, the cell has a nuclear content but not with the nuclear envelope. So there is no covering over nucleus. The nuclear envelope is nuclear membrane, absence of nuclear membrane. To tell that, they are using the beautiful word pro, first formed nucleus. So just now the nucleus is forming. So nuclear content is there, but there is no covering. Such organisms are called prokaryotes. The example is, the beautiful example is bacteria and virus. My dear children, today you are sitting at home. I am taking class from my room. That is because of a virus, coronavirus. These virus and the bacteria belongs to this group. So what is the name? Prokaryotes, monerans. So the two words, protists and monerans, 2 words. Protists are single-celled organism. They have a proper nucleus, don't worry. But they don't have a proper nucleus. Nucleus is newly developed. The nuclear chemicals are there, but no covering. So that is prokaryotes. Then you may ask a question, sir, what is the animals which is having a nucleus over the nuclear content? They are called eukaryotes. Eu means new. EU. U means new. Newly formed covering over the chemicals. So eukaryotes. What are the eukaryotes? Except bacteria and virus, all are eukaryotes. So clear? So prokaryotes, eukaryotes, protists. So the other word for prokaryotes, monerans. So 2 words I have introduced to you in the second column, under which there are 11 words I am going to use. So 2 words I have told you. Then we are talking about asexual reproduction. How it happens, and especially in these microorganisms. Already there are animals without a proper nucleus. There are animals one cell or few celled animals. We are going to see those animals. How they are doing? Divided. See, one cell, it grows. Every cell has a limitation for growth. So once it reaches its fullest growth, we call it as maturity or matured cell. Once the cell reaches the maturity level, then the next level starts, division of cell. The cell divided into 2. So we call this process of dividing the cell into 2, naturally it is called cell division. cell division. How amoeba become reproduce? It's very simple. One celled amoeba divided into two cells, two smaller cells, and this will become an amoeba and this will become one. We call it as daughter cells. This is a small amoeba, it grows. Once it reaches the maturity, this divide into two. Again, it becomes two. Again, the other one divides into two. So this is how it divides, one into two, one into two, and one into two. So we call this type of cell division by which the amoeba produce its young ones. So this is called binary fission. Bi means two. Binary fission. Fission means division. So cell divide into two and each one become a new individual. So amoeba reproduce asexually by a method called binary fission. That is the first method. Amoeba reproduce by various different methods. I am going to give you 3 different methods by amoeba. One is binary fission. It's over. Then, when the condition is very bad, very dry, or very rainy, then amoeba don't divide using this method. Instead, it makes a covering over it, and inside the amoeba divide into small pieces, and it protects itself for so many long years till it gets a favorable climate. So that is called encystation. Cyst means thick covering. Encyst means it is living inside and making a covering. So it is called encystation. Then if it gets a favorable condition, what happens is the cyst breaks and the amoeba divided into many amoeba in small pieces which comes out. Now we call it as like spores. It is called sporulation. So encystation and sporulation together is one type of asexual reproduction. So 3 words now I have used in amoeba. The next is buds. You know, a hydra is an animal which produces a small young one at the side like a branch, a small hydra. Then it cut its base and it fell down and become a new hydra, that is called a bud, like a plants. That is called bud formation. So asexual reproduction by budding hydra. Now there is another protozoa, a single celled animal. It again divides multiple inside and releases every small pieces with a tail like a sperm. So it can move. So as it is able to move, so we use the word zoo. Zoo spores. Spore means it's spread by air, but as it moves by itself using a tail, we call it as zoospores by Chlamydomonas. The next is penicillium. Penicillium is an algae by which we have got a beautiful medicine, penicillium. Penicillin is got from the Penicillium notatum. This plant produces a long, beads. If the children use a sting and make bead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, like that it produces branches of beads, and each bead cut into pieces, and each will become a new species. So that is called gonidia. The branch which is having beads like structures are called gonidia. So penicillin by asexual method is called gonidia. The last word which I am going to use is gemmules. I tell you a very easy way. In unfavorable condition, what the amoeba does, it make a hard covering and it live inside and breaks into pieces and comes out by favorable condition. The same thing is happen in sponges, and sponges follow only this method, and that is called gemmules. It is called gemmules. So how many words which we have now learned. Can you remember? I'll give you a few seconds. Yes. First one is protists. The second one is monerans. Third is cell division. The fourth is mitosis. Then the fifth is about amoeba, binary fission, encystation, sporulation, buds, zoospore, gonidia, and gemule. So how many words did you count it? Protist, after protist, monerans, yes, cell division, mitosis. I have not told the word mitosis. The division of cell from one to two cell is called mitosis, a type of cell division. It is called mitosis. So mitosis. Then amoeba reproduces by three methods: binary fission, encystation, sporulation, buds by hydra, zoospores by chlamydomonas, and then gonidia by penicillium notatum, and gemules by sponges. So 11 words. And these 11 words together we will make one heading, and that is called asexual reproduction in microorganisms. The first introduction is 8 words, and the next 11 words comprises of asexual reproduction in microorganisms. Children, let me stop now, and again in my next video I will release the remaining words, and before that you complete this. After completing the remaining words, I'll be giving you a small assignment and worksheet. Then we will move on to the next topic.